First at noon, despite new laws and penalties to crack down on illegal fireworks, many defiant residents still lit up the sky on New Year's Eve. This is video taken from Eva Beach. It was, however, much more quiet than years past. Honolulu firefighters did see a significant drop in fireworks-related calls, and Honolulu EMS responded to 6 people, including a child, with injuries from fireworks. Honolulu EMS says a 7-year-old girl was treated for burns to her arms and legs in Kaneohe at around 10:30 p.m. She was taken to the hospital in serious condition. Also in Kaneohe, a suspected fireworks blast injured 3 adults shortly after midnight. EMS says 2 women suffered traumatic injuries and were taken to a hospital in serious condition. A man injured in the same blast declined treatment. And in Waipio, after midnight, a man was taken to a hospital in serious condition with injuries to his head.
We suspect that they're illegal firework use due to the nature of the injuries that we saw, the mechanism of the injuries. We saw mostly blast type injuries, which is something that you don't typically see from legal fireworks.
Last night we only had 2 fireworks related fire incidents, down from 30 last year, so we're really pleased with that. Both were fairly minor. The first was in Waianae. A firework landed in a vacant lot and it came in as a wildland fire. Luckily, the engine company in Waianae was able to put that out quite quickly. The other was a firework that landed on the roof of a church in town. There was no fire found.
HFD says a fire at a garage at an Eva Beach home was not fireworks related. The preliminary investigation shows the blaze was started by lithium-ion batteries that were charging in the garage. Meantime, we're still awaiting an update from law enforcement on the number of citations and arrests made overnight. That information will be made public on Monday. Officers were out in force after promises of increased enforcement across Hawaii. Our crew tagged along with state officers last night in the Pearl City area, going undercover to find violators. But catching someone red-handed proved difficult, as there was only 1 warning issued while we were there. The Department of Law Enforcement fielded far fewer fireworks-related calls this year leading up to the holiday, about 230 between Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday weekend. That's compared to over 1,200 during that span in 2024. And early on in the night, officials we were with noticed it was quieter than past years.
It's kind of amazing at this point, but again, I'm not delusional. It's going to break open at some point in the night, and we are going to lose functional control, and we're just going to have to keep grinding to the night and see how it goes.
In addition to trying to find people popping fireworks on the ground, officers used aerial drones to try to catch people in the act. Police estimate about 40 people were killed and more than 100 injured after a fire tore through a bar at a ski resort in the Swiss Alps during New Year's celebrations. Kamal Afzali reports from London.
Social media footage shows revelers ringing in the new year at a popular ski resort in the Swiss Alps. Less than 2 hours before, fire ripped through a well-known bar there, turning celebration into tragedy. In addition to those presumed dead, police say about 100 more people were injured, most of them seriously.
You could see the orange, yellow, red.
This man was on his way to the bar when the fire broke out. He said bystanders helped get the injured to safety.
The main, I think, problem was the temperature shock from the heat inside to the cold outside. So one of the priorities was to get everyone warm.
Authorities say it's too early to establish the cause of the fire. 2 witnesses tell a French broadcaster they saw lit candles on top of champagne bottles, some of which were held up, setting fire to the wooden ceiling. Forensic tents were outside the scene as authorities work to identify the victims. Foreign nationals are expected to be among them, as the Crans-Montana ski resort is popular with tourists. Kamal Afzali, CBS News, London.
New at noon, here at home, a 61-year-old moped rider was taken to the hospital after he tried to avoid a woman crossing the street at a red light. Now, this happened just before 6 this morning near the Honolulu airport. The man was riding west on Kamehameha Highway when he was ejected onto the road at the corner of Paea Street and North Nimitz Highway. Paramedics took him to the hospital in critical condition. He was later listed in serious condition. Police said speed is not a factor in the crash. It's unknown if drugs or alcohol played a part. The medical examiner has identified Marvin Queimado of Waipahu as the motorcyclist who died after crashing into a jaywalker in Pearl City in July. Police say the 50-year-old hit an 18-year-old man on Waipahu Street outside of a marked crosswalk. Investigators also believe speed was a factor. And a 32-year-old man has been charged in connection to a crime spree involving a stolen car in Eva Beach on Monday. Police say David Montoya got into 2 crashes after taking the car and fled both scenes. After that, he's accused of illegally entering a home where he was arrested. Police records show it all happened in just 30 minutes. Montoya is being held on $250,000 bond.
Happy New Year, everybody. We're not seeing much rain this morning, a few windward and mucus showers, that's all. But there is a weak dissipating front that's going to drop in later tonight. You can expect more showers tonight as well as tomorrow, favoring windward sides. Not a washout, but you'll notice the difference. So today, fairly dry, but we will see those showers increase tonight and tomorrow. And the surface on the way down, although a north-northeast swell is due in by tomorrow. Conditions should be pretty good for that dropping swell, and the east shore will still remain choppy at 3 to 5.
Thank you, Guy. The new year means health insurance costs are going up. Tax credits that help low-income families afford their insurance plans on the federal marketplace have now expired after Congress failed to extend them. But premium costs across the board are going up, and it's impacting almost everybody. Jen Sullivan has the details.
Millions of Americans will be paying more for health insurance this year. That's because tax credits that help people pay for plans on the federal marketplace, known as Obamacare, have expired.
Sadly, it's no longer going to be affordable.
Jeremy Coolish says he lost his job in the spring, forcing him and his wife to get insurance through the marketplace. He says their current plan costs $392 with tax credits, but those subsidies are now gone.
Without subsidies, it would be something like $1,608.
Millions of Americans are in a similar dilemma. KFF estimates 24 million people signed up for insurance through the Affordable Care Act in 2025. Of those enrollees, roughly 92% received subsidies. Without those tax credits, KFF says average annual premium costs could rise by 114%.
People simply can't afford some of the premiums that have been happening in this coming year.
Zonjanice Jacobs is an insurance navigator in Florida. Every state employs navigators who are available to answer your questions for free.
They know what kind of prescriptions they're going to need or what kind of doctor's appointments they're going to need to go to or other procedures that they're going to have. We make sure that we walk through the process by looking at each one of those plans that fit within the confines of their budget.
Here are some other options. Many states have expanded the income qualifications for Medicaid. Go to healthcare.gov/lower costs to see if you qualify. Private insurance plans, lower premiums, but out-of-pocket costs may be higher and there may be more services not covered. Short-term medical plans, low monthly premium costs, but very high deductibles. To help lower prescription costs, many big pharmacies recommend using coupons through GoodRx. It's free. And AARP also offers free prescription discount cards. In New York, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Cruise ship passengers visiting Hawaii will not be charged the new green fee, at least not yet. A federal appeals court ruling yesterday blocks the state from enforcing the fee for that specific group. That law takes effect today. Now it raises the taxes added to hotel room and vacation rental stays, and it's supposed to impose a new 11% tax on gross fares for cruise ships. Industry representatives challenged the tax in a lawsuit saying taxing for port entries violates the U.S. Constitution. Funds from the fee will be used to help the state combat the effects of climate change. And several other laws that take effect today, including one that regulates internet-based fundraising platforms like GoFundMe. Platforms are now required to register with the state if they want to raise money for charities. They'll also have to pay fees and file reports disclosing the amount of money collected and paid to recipients. Another new law expands the preschool Open Doors program, allowing younger children to qualify. It also repeals the accreditation requirement and changes it from a school readiness program to a child care assistance program. And a flurry of new laws took effect in places around the country with the start of 2026. They impact everything from SNAP food benefits to online subscriptions. Bradley Blackburn has a roundup of the legal changes.
When the ball dropped in Times Square, millions of Americans got an instant pay raise. In 19 states, the minimum wage increased with the start of 2026. Nationwide, it amounts to a $5 billion earnings boost for workers, according to the Economic Policy Institute. At many grocery stores, SNAP food benefits will no longer cover things like candy and sugary sodas. Restrictions are now in place in 5 states and expand to 18 by the fall, with the support of Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
It's about nutrition, and there's no nutrition in these products.
Some trade groups and grocers say it could increase prices for everyone with limited benefit to public health. In Georgia, a new law aims to help people prepare for natural disasters by opening catastrophe savings accounts that can grow tax-free.
Here in New York, it's now easier to ditch online subscriptions. Companies are required to make the process of canceling as simple as signing up.
Also in New York State, styrofoam coolers are on ice. It's now illegal to sell the chests, which could take centuries to decompose. Hotels in Illinois are now barred from giving out those little shampoo bottles. They're being pushed to switch to refillable pumps. And in Virginia, social media companies are required to limit users younger than 16 to 1 hour per day. But parents can raise or lower that time. Lawmakers say it can help kids.
You see how much it hinders their ability to do well in school, and you see how much it hinders their socialization with their friends.
New habits in the new year by law. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And back here at home, some city services will be closed for the New Year's Day holiday. Emergency services, of course, are available while the bus runs on a Sunday schedule, and Skyline extends hours through early New Year's Day morning. Trash pickup is canceled. Botanical gardens and satellite city halls are closed, and several golf courses will have limited hours. Parking will be free in most areas, but with restrictions in places like Lanikai.
We're learning new details about President Trump's health. I'm Aaron Navarro at the White House with more on what Trump and his doctors say about his fitness.
The season of giving is over. Now comes the season of returns. I'm Evan Moon with the shipping deadlines and new fees you should know before you send back those gifts.
new fire station in a high-risk area for flames is now in its final stages on Maui. Chelsea Davis has the latest on the project, years in the making.
As I closed the back window, I looked up. Now, this is a matter of seconds. When I closed the back window, I noticed that the fire had actually reached down towards the church.
Oluwalu native Hinano Rodriguez recounts almost 5 years ago to the day that Oluwalu Lanakila Hawaiian Church went up in flames. The original church was also destroyed by a fire in 1931.
We're struggling to get a new church built, a new building built.
That's because he's struggling with insurance companies because there is no nearby fire station. But that could change as soon as 2026.
Funding is secure and the land is ready for the brand new Oluwalu Fire Station here on Luawai Street in Oluwalu. The president of the West Maui Taxpayers Association tells me they're just waiting on permits.
Joe Pluta says the 4 acres was donated by West Maui landowner Peter Martin. And the West Maui Improvement Foundation raised more than $3 million in donations to make it possible.
From Puamana all the way to Ukumihami, you got over 750 homes right now that are paying protection class 10, the highest risk that there is for insurance companies. So they charge the highest amount, if they'll even give it to you.
Pluta says the new fire station could cut those insurance rates in half.
Public-private partnerships are the way to go. So we hope that we're inspiring other organizations and other places throughout the state of Hawaii to do the same thing we're doing.
Hinano says he hopes to finally build back Oluwalu Lanakila Hawaiian Church, something he promised his mom he would do before she died.
Good news to end the year, and I think good news in terms of faith and resilience to start the new year.
Reporting in Oluwalu, I'm Chelsea Davis for Hawaii News Now.
President Trump heavily criticized former President Biden's health during the campaign and has faced his own scrutiny since taking office. He was diagnosed with a vein condition over the summer, and now we're learning more about his health thanks to a new interview. Aaron Navarro has the details from Washington.
President Trump spent New Year's Day at his golf course, the only exercise he says he likes, according to an interview with the Wall Street Journal about his health.
I have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body?
Though President Trump said he underwent an MRI in October, his doctor now clarifies in a statement to CBS it was a CT scan, and, quote, the advanced imaging was perfectly normal and revealed absolutely no abnormalities. But the 79-year-old tells the Journal he regrets the scan because of the interest it generated.
We've set up this crime hotline.
And he denied struggling to stay awake during cabinet meetings. Sometimes they'll take a picture of me blinking, he said, and they'll catch me with the blink. As for the bruising on his hands, Trump says he takes a large dose of aspirin daily, which leads to sensitive skin, and that it takes about 10 seconds to apply makeup to cover the discoloration. Wednesday night, the president told reporters his New Year's resolution isn't health-related.
Peace on earth.
It comes as the U.S. released new videos of strikes this week against what it says are Venezuelan drug traffickers, killing at least 8 people. Here at the White House, the Trump administration is freezing child care funds to all 50 states after video about an alleged fraud scheme in Minnesota went viral.
Our child care center and others like us will have to close our doors.
Administration officials say funds will be released when states provide more verification about their programs, leaving many child care centers and families scrambling as the winter holidays wrap up. Aaron Navarro, CBS News, the White House.
All right, let's take a look outside with our tower cam on this first day of 2026. It is 77 degrees here in Honolulu, and our team is tracking a cold front that could bring showers tonight through Friday. Guy's going to have your full forecast in 2 minutes.
weather with Guy Huggy.
Happy New Year, everybody. We've got some really nice weather today to start the new year. However, tonight, there's a dissipating front. It's not holding a lot of rain, but you will notice an increase in clouds and showers tonight and tomorrow. Again, more clouds and showers tonight and tomorrow. But for today, we're going to get a few windward and Malka showers, but we're not expecting a lot of rain. And the winds will be picking up speed, so that means whatever rain comes in will also be moving out quickly, limiting the rainfall buildups. I don't think we'll see anything in the way of flooding anytime soon. So it's going to be a nice day today, right? We will have a few windward and Malka showers through the day, but really not a lot of rain out there. And we're expecting more sunshine in the afternoon. And again, tonight and tomorrow, look for those increasing windward and Malka showers. So for today, enjoy the beautiful weather. As far as the surf, it's on the way down. The high surf advisories have been tossed out. We got 6 to 8 feet in the country, on the way down 3 to 5 in town, on the west side, excuse me, and 1 to 3 in town. And keep in mind that with those breezy winds, it's still going to be choppy over on the east side. So we've got a beautiful day setting up today for New Year's Day. But again, we're looking for that front to drop in with more showers tonight and tomorrow. A little cloudy tomorrow. And then the clouds kind of hang around for Saturday when the winds ease up. And then another front drops in with more clouds, more showers. Could be pretty rainy between Sunday and Monday with breezy winds. And then things start to dry up on Tuesday.
Thank you, Guy. Well, today marks the beginning of the biggest month for retail returns as unwanted holiday gifts head back to stores. But deadlines and fees vary by store. Evan Moon has what you need to know before time runs out for a refund.
This month, tens of millions of dollars in holiday gifts will get sent back. According to the National Retail Federation, 17% of all holiday sales will be returned, and 82% of shoppers will return at least one unwanted gift within the month.
Items that I got didn't work as I expected it to be, so I found something better.
A lot of holiday gifts and lots of gifts for myself.
But be prepared to pay up. More than 70% of retailers are charging for returns this year.
I think more and more retailers are instituting return fees.
David Sobey, the CEO of Happy Returns, says these fees are covering big costs.
They're charging because returns are expensive, right? There's return shipping fees, there's handling. If items have been worn or damaged, they may need to pay to refurbish them, or in some instances, just get rid of them altogether.
By some estimates, it costs retailers around $34 to process a return for a $100 item. Sobey says, read the fine print and opt for an in-store return if possible.
It's just much less friction than having to print a label, find a box, tape it up, and wait to get your money back. And they often are the cheapest form.
It's a hassle. That's why I have friends helping me because it's heavy.
And watch out for return windows. Larger retailers may give you more time. Walmart, Amazon, and Kohl's have a January 31st cutoff date.
One useful tip, if you miss a return deadline or want to avoid those fees, you can resell your unwanted gifts and even gift cards at a discount using sites like Card Cash, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace.
Another option, continue to spread the cheer with the age-old practice of regifting or gift swapping with a friend. Evan Moon, CBS News, New York.
Still to come, an Oahu family is welcoming in the new year with a new addition. Details on the first baby of 2026 in 2 minutes. for some good news now. Meet Hawaii's first baby of the new year. This is baby Horizon. They arrived at 4 this morning at Kaiser Permanente Moanalua Medical Center. He weighed 7 pounds and 6 ounces and was surrounded by his parents and grandmother. Now, Horizon is the second child in the family after his 12-year-old big brother. Well, if you're looking for a calendar to start off the year, the TSA made one with its cutest workers. Check out the agency's 2026 Canine Calendar. Officials are calling it Totally Possum. The calendar features 13 of its more than 1,000 explosive detection dogs. That includes Steeler, the 3-year-old lab who won the cutest canine contest. He works at the Pittsburgh International Airport and likes to fetch balls and eat jumbo hot dogs. More than 300 dogs take part in the 16-week-long training program every year. Thanks for watching This Is Now, everyone. More news first at 4 right here on KChannel.